She laughed in court. I stayed silent and just pointed to one clause. Hello? I'm Jackson. And this is my story. She leaned back in her chair as if she had already won. Her smirk was sharp almost, rehearsed as her voice cut through. The stale courtroom, ere the prenup is ironclad. The judge scribbled, something her lawyer adjusted. His tie with confidence. I said nothing instead. I slid a paper across the table, tapped a single paragraph and sat back. That's when her lawyer's face drained. Of all color, his lips moved, without a sound at first. Then he grabbed her wrist and whispered, panic breaking through the facade. The house, the accounts, what did you do? I remember when her smile wasn't a weapon. We met at a fundraiser. Years ago, she lit up the entire room. She was polished, magnetic, and seemed untouchable. I thought I was so lucky that she even noticed me. Back then I was building my company brick by brick. She called me her visionary, said she believed in me. Saeed, we were a team. I believed her too. For a few years I carried the weight while she enjoyed the benefits. Designer handbags, trips she said she needed for her mental health, nights out with friends I never met. I told myself it was about balance. I told myself this is what love was supposed to be like, until the cracks started to show. It began with late nights and business dinners. She didn't bother to explain anything. Texts were flipped face down. The second I entered the room, a perfume scent that wasn't hers was clinging to the passenger seat of her car. I didn't confront her, not. Then I just watched, listened, and collected information. The final blow came, with her laughter floating through the bathroom door while she thought I was asleep. Her voice was playful and low. Once it's done, the house is mine. He won't see it coming. He's too soft. That night I didn't sleep. By dawn I wasn't a husband anymore. I was something sharper, colder, she thought. The prenup was her shield. She had pushed for it before the wedding, disguising it as security for both of us. In truth, it was her escape plan written entirely in her favor and weighted against me. But she had underestimated me. I had quietly amended it a few months before the wedding. When the lawyers passed drafts back and forth, I slid in one paragraph filled with dense legal terms, easily overlooked it. Redefined marital assets, any property or accounts she tried to hide, transfer, or claim through deception would automatically revert fully to me. It was buried, obscure, the kind of detail that is only noticed when it is too late, and it was too late now. She walked into court in a designer dress, certain she would walk out much richer. I let her think she had won every lie she had told, every dollar she had taken from accounts she thought I didn't see. All led her to this moment. When her lawyer read the clause, I watched his throat tighten. His eyes flicked between the paper and her as he realized that she had doomed herself with her own greed. The judge leaned forward, curious. Her lawyer stammered, trying to figure out what he had just read, but the language was airtight. My language. Her smirk faltered. The first crack, she whispered harshly, fix it. But there was nothing to fix. I didn't need to raise my voice or use any theatrics. My silence was enough. Every second that passed in that courtroom was a blade turning deeper. She had hidden accounts in her sister's name. She had tried to shift property titles, quietly assuming I was blind, but the clause dragged everything back into the open, not just into my possession, but into the legal record. Her lawyer's whisper wasn't for her, it was for himself. The house, the accounts, what did you do? She realized then that she had handed me everything. The ruling came swiftly. The prenup she thought would destroy me instead stripped her bare. The house reverted to me, the accounts drained back, even the assets she thought were invisible were now tied to fraud. She left the courtroom, pale and shaking, no smirk, no victory, just silence. I watched her go. I didn't feel any joy or anger, just a final satisfying calm. She thought betrayal was a game she forgot I knew how to play. People ask if I regret it. No, she wanted a war I gave her, silent strategy and one signature on a page. She never bothered to read. She thought she was smarter, stronger, and untouchable, but in the end, she taught me my sharpest lesson. Love can be blind, but betrayal makes you see with perfect clarity. And when clarity comes, revenge writes itself in ink that never fades. Come on, guys. Don't just run away after listening to the story. Hit that subscribe button on Home Exposed. One click from you and I'll stop begging for subs maybe.